Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Gold Report for Monday, October the 25th, and starting on this two-day chart here, we're looking at a triangle pattern here with wave 3 here, an A, B, C, D and E here for wave 4. And yeah, so look, we're getting the move up here nicely, but it's not really sort of tying in nicely with a 5-wave move. So I can make it fit a 5-wave move, but what I'm thinking is that we'll have a move up here because we'll have some sort of opposite move to the A wave here because that was in 5 waves, and we'll have a corrective wave and another 5 waves here. So yeah, this move from the low here moving up through here, it's a bit rough, but we can count it in 5 waves to here. We could also count it in 5 waves moving up a little bit higher. So once we get our 5 waves there, we'll be looking for an ABC pattern. Now with GDX and that, we can look at this as wave 1 moving up here. So we can count 5 waves up here for G, and we'll have a look at that today, and maybe Newcrest Mining as well. I've got a few shares in that, but yeah, so a move up, and then we're going to have some sort of corrective move back, which could be the wave E of 4, or whichever way we want to look at it, and then another move up like that. So that's kind of the picture that I'm painting here. So we need to understand this, and it's a little bit rough in here because it hasn't traveled very smoothly. Not that gold travels smoothly with so much paper in the market, but yeah, let's just go into the 2-hour chart here. So I was looking at it like this, with wave 1 here and 2 here, then wave 1 and 2, and now we've got 5 waves up there. I can put this as wave, we've got 5 waves in here, a little bit of an overlap in here, but yeah, but I don't think that's the right count. It's not going to be in line with everything, so it means that we will need to, if I can just move these out of the way for the moment, and we'll move these out of the way. So we need to look at it either with wave 1 there or wave 1 sitting over here for this. So we'll need to bring this down here and this down here, and forget the spike, but 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for the 3rd wave, the 4th wave here, and then the 5th wave coming in for wave 1 here, and then coming back for wave 2, which can also be this E wave here of 4 as well for that. So there's different ways we can look at this point, this market here. So I think one of the things that that I would like to wait for is just for the market to play out across the 18 a little bit more, because it's all about this number, and then we've got group 2 below, which we've got great support here now, and group 1 above. I mean, my thinking is that we're going to be looking at some sort of wave 4 here with wave 5 here, and then some sort of ABC pattern here for this, and then we're going to see a push up from there. That's how I sort of feel about it. But yeah, it's always been a bit choppy and messy and spiky, so it's a little bit hard to sort of nail down. It's a little bit tricky, but I think that we've got something like this here. So I mean, we could even put wave C here of D here, and then put wave E here of 4 here. If we have a look at GDX for a moment, this is GDX here, so we've got this big A wave here, B wave here, and then we can tie it all in now with this C wave here. So it fits okay here. The wave 3 here is a bit longer than the wave 5, so that's okay. So what's going to happen here though is this move up through here. I won't go into it into big detail here at the moment, but that's 5 waves going up there. And then what we'll do is we'll keep an eye on it, because we want to be long, and this will be in the same for stocks, and that is that we want to be long above the B wave here. So in this case here, it's a little bit hard to see in through here, but we're nearly there. So we need to count 5 waves up here. So it doesn't matter if it's finished or not. There's probably another move to go to the upside, or that turning bar may even be it. But what we want to see is we want to see 3 waves down. So this 5 waves up here, we'll need to pull that apart, but basically it's there, and we need to get 5 waves back. So even if it makes another high here, don't go chasing it, because we'll end up getting 3 waves back and we'll pick it up at that point. So that will be the same if we look at, I think I had Newcrest here. Yeah, there it is. So with Newcrest Mining, we're looking at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for this. So this is the same thing here as well. We'll get a classic trading levels pattern across the medium level here, 25. So we can look at this as 1 and 2 and 3, not quite finished yet. But so what we'll do is we'll start focusing in on this a little bit. We'll just sort of touch on it day to day, or maybe every second day, whatever. But yeah, we really want to find the top of that B wave there, or we can find a move through here, because if we get 5 waves here, it means we can buy the 50-60% pullback at that point. So this will be the same for most gold stocks in this way. So looking good. So this is what I'm sort of thinking about US spot gold, you know. So this move up through here, which was on the 29th of September, which if I bring the gold back across here, you can see what I'm getting at. This is on the same date here. So we're coming off the low here. It's just that this one here is, you know, it's just a little bit messy. It's not a very nice impulse wave, you know. But I'm thinking, because they both started at the same time on the 29th or 30th of September, whichever way you look at it. So we need to get 5 waves up here for this. That will be the C wave. So yeah, we're not quite here yet. We've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we're not quite there yet, and it's going to get a bit choppy and messy in here. But the 5 waves up here is what we're looking at. We're also looking at that in silver as well. So let's just have a little look at silver while we're here as well. So from the low here, we just, you know, we've been building, or if you've been following this, you know, we've been just building a case slowly for this. Yeah, so we'll get some sort of classic trading levels pattern across here for this. So we've got a few positions in here, but the main point is that we haven't topped yet, and we haven't had the correction yet. Okay, that's the takeaway. So there's no rush, because if you're not in this market, it's okay, because we'll pick it up. You can pick it up at wave C of 2 here, and that point there is what we'll do with the gold market, this here. So an ABC here for 2, and the same for Newcrest Mining as well when that comes up. So just get Newcrest Mining here. So when we get this ABC back here for this, so this is the point that we can start going long on. Well, we need to gather evidence, and we need to trade set up, and we need to manage the exposure, the initial risk and the exposure and the trend. But this is the one that we build into at the right time. Not so much this here, but any gold stock, you know. I think they'll all be doing the same. I think that's what I'm trying to say with this US spot gold here, even though it's sort of a pretty sort of dodgy wave structure there as such. So I guess also what I'm saying is that I don't know how this is going to sort of finish and top off here, but I think that what we'll do this week is not worry about it too much. Let's just let it unfold. Let's not get into about being right or wrong here, because all I can say is that all the gold stocks and that are pushing 5 waves to the upside, it doesn't feel like they're finished yet, and then we'll need the pullback over here as well. So I think that let's just be a little bit chilled about it. Let's just let this flicker up here and not get too emotional about it. And then as this matures, this ABC matures over here, we'll be able to see it, you know, and then we'll be looking for a little then we'll be looking for the first little impulse wave to come off the low there, and then we'll move in over that side. And then we could build in through all of these over here. And if you're listening, Helen, with the hedges and that, then we can also, you know, take some shorts off at this side as well, or add to the long side. We'll chat about that. But once we get this structure in place here, and then we get this here, the real turning point will be above the B wave there. That will be the real, you know, signing the deal at that point right there, at that second high there. But we'll try to build in a little bit earlier than that, but not overdo it either. But yeah, that's where we are. So I'll just leave it all at that, I think. It's messy, but we're on track and everything is looking good. We need patience and a bit of time to get this to finish off here, and then you know, take it from that point. It may be that this blue wave 1 here is already here as well, right? And if that's the case, then we'll see this. You know, we want to see it pull back into this 61.8% here on this nice support here, and then move up. But I want to see it too. I want to see it in stocks. I want to see it in the GDX. I want to see it all over the place, you know. So we'll have a lot to compare it to. So we won't be too far wrong. I think that we're on the right track here, and I think I know where we are. We just need it to unfold to a point where we can start taking some action. And it's, you know, crikey, it might not even be on Friday. Do you know what I mean? It might be late in the week. It might be the following week. I don't know. But we just need to allow it to all play out here, and then we can pick it up. Alrighty, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.